Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Round 80. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wait, 89.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Rivers to throw it. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Set 180. Set 180. Check tight. Left. 42.
Throwing Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. That's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Brown. A little juke. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Go Chiefs. Hey, turn up. Raider 9. Hey, echo. 57's the mic.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Later one. I got it. That's me. Easy. Kill. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go, heavy.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
37. White Monday down. Later one. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, it's Carr, escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Grant. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it.
White down. White 88. Whip. Watch the whip.
Carr now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check 734.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
93. Go. 57 to Mike. All day, every day.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. What a great surprise Austin Ekeler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
White! Hey, team 6.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Rivers again. And he rips that one incomplete there. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check.
Throwing again. Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Express. Hold. 29. 29. We're done.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's to Mike. 57's to Raider 2. 57's to Mike. Mike 57. Right here, right? Hey, exit. 57. Mike 57. Pick me up. Here we go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready! Round 80! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Check it backer, check it backer! Hey, Rocket!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad, not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Caught left side, Williams. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Hayward! Play 89!
Play fake, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, smooth. 57, Mike 57. Hey, watch your leg. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Man.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Mike, 57. Yeah, let's go sack lunch. 57 to Mike. 57.
Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike's 57. 618. Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, Alpha. Hey, let's get in them holes.
To throw his Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Express. Wide motion. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go deep. Tighten up. Later one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
57 to Mike. Hey, we got to get this.
On first down, Carr. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Express. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Mike's 57.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Fresno. You're mine.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Record. Bravo. 57. Mike 57. Hit. Watch the twist. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. I'm on.
To throw, it's Carr. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12.
To throw again. Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Hooked there by Nick Nelson. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
694. Shit.
Carr going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
380. 52's the mic. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Done. 390. 22. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Rivers Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 7:34. 3 down. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, D.
Here's Carr to throw. It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check that. Express. 29. Hey, Delta. 57, Mike 57. It's a party now. It's a party.
Carr now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Get set.
Throwing again. Carr. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Shake Monday. Easy. Kill.
Carr to throw again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Down. 180. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 637. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. All day, dog. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Man, I got you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15 yards. That's another Raiders first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Wide. Get one. Kill.
Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gsnzphilly in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
He's not going to get me. Mike, what you do?
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 93. Yo, Chief. Check. Hey, Wahoo. Express.
Carr now on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Rivers now to throw on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Rivers throwing complete to his tight end, Henry. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now Rivers. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vincent Mayowa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Throwing Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Cleveland Farrell and the Raider D, they get the football back. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Now. 57. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. Come to my work. Check 50. Check it.
They run it with Jacobs.
I got you, boy.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 2.
Down. 180. Mike 57. Come on, D.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's still fighting for it. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, past the 20. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 61 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
It's first. 29. 29.
They'll toss it to Crowell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
What down? What, Eddie? Let's go, one. Watch twist. One, later one. Check nickel. Check three.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now third down and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Hey, Raider 2. 57 to Bud. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throw left side complete. It's Williams. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rivers now finding Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rivers on the money, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, 7:34. Express. Motion. Express. 57's Mike. Mike 57. It's our field.
On 2nd and 7. Carr, throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
4 down. Check. Slam. Hey, Foxtrot. 6:18.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Man up, D. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Carr to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Raiders' 18-yard line.
50. All right. 190. 65.
Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Still 180. Select the team. Here we go. Tie it right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Alert flare.
Here's Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Delta! Shoot! Watch the safety creep. Recon, 132 fighter.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight right.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
50 seconds to mine. Here we go. Say, do right, Chief.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we're good. Right, 80. Ready, 9.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly
big number.
talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no flies on the fingers, don't count on them. Hey, she wanna like me cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be no me, hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let's keep it score. 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleet, hell. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleet, hell. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get to take off. A hater get up, I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long, I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be
All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin.